I'm working on a customer 62 GMC truck. Original complaint was no tail lights, no brake lights. Checked the harness, we'll check the fuses, power and grounds, had no power to the rear tail lights. Traced the harness from the tail lights to the fuse panel inside the vehicle, and I found a split wire at the frame. So we replaced about a 2-foot section of wire about midway between the front and the back underneath the vehicle, and got that working. And then noticed that the bypass hose, which is a hose that goes right here, was leaking. And it's strange, this is a 305 GMC. You can see the spark plugs are on top of the engine. But anyway, the intake is, you buy an intake manifold gasket and it gives you the gasket for the whole piece, but it actually comes apart in pieces. So this is the front section, and these are where the water comes in and out, and this is how you replace the bypass hose. You pull this section off and you can replace the bypass hose. So we're also replacing the upper and lower radiator hose and a belt, and then also the heater core was not hooked up. Usually when they disconnect them it's because they were leaking. So in this case I did a pressure check on the heater core, and it seemed to be holding pressure, so I went ahead and opened up the case for inspection, and actually it was just full of leaves. The fan seems to be turning just fine. May make a little noise. We'll find out once we get that all resolved, whether it's going to need a fan motor or not. But I was able to clean out all the leaves, got back in here, and this was just filled with dirt and leaves. We vacuumed it all out, and I'm getting ready to put this all back together here pretty soon. Had to order some parts I was waiting on. Just got the intake gaskets today, so we're going to put this thing back together. So anyway, and then I got to reroute the heater hose because they had bypassed it and ran it from here straight down, and they put this fitting on here. So I'm going to see if I can take this back out and put a barb fitting on it for the customer. But anyway, this is a 62 GMC that I'm working on. So, and I'll show you the heater core on this thing. It's got a valve here. Hooks to the heater, and I believe this is a shut-off. So when you don't want hot water flowing in, the knob gets pulled here and that closes. Well, this isn't working. So what it's happening is water's constantly flowing through here, and I have a feeling the reason why they disconnected it was because basically they could not turn their heater off. So I'm going to talk to the customer. Since it is still flowing, we should still have heat. What I'll do is put an external valve on it that we can open and close, because I cannot find a replacement for this. So I'll talk to the customer about that later. But in any case, this is going to go get put all back together. New gasket set here for the intake, and thermostat and belts, hoses. So this is the bypass hose I picked up at Napa. It's 1 1/4. So anyway, that's it.